Aaron Singerman here with Chris the Technician Aceto in Madrid, Spain at the Arnold Classic Europe. And we have completed the night show here. Chris, it was a great show. I mean, the event here, the event center was awesome. The crowd was good. It was a lively crowd. I think a little more lively in Europe than we have in America.
Yeah, no, it was packed. It was sold out here tonight. I was surprised that they were, right up to the rafters. And an interesting turnout, the final five of the men's open.
Before we get there, I want to say, one of the things I did like about the show is they started it differently. You notice they had the dance routine. Did you see the dance routine?
Yes, I saw the dance routine. It was
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Something different. You had Rafael Santoja up here, the president, came and made some announcements. They started off the show in a different kind of way, a European way, I guess. Yeah. And then we got to the actual show, which was the surprising stuff. The men's. We'll start with the men's. I know that's what you were dying to talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's start at the bottom. Instead of starting at the top, the winner, Sean Roden, we're going to start at the bottom, and we'll touch on the sixth place and on because it's kind of surprising. Ronnie Raquel, sixth place. This is a guy who was a top six finisher in the Olympia in the past. Sixth place at the Arnold Europe.
Yeah, he was big, thick, and hard. Just not in the all-time best that he's been in, and that's why he was, not fifth and not fourth. I thought it's amazing that it's not a two-day show; it's a one-day show, and people are better or worse tonight, and he was better tonight. He
didn't have the glutes and the condition that we used to see Ronnie Raquel shredded. He was peeled, and in this show he definitely wasn't. In fifth place, this was the big surprise for me, the big surprise of the show, and the big surprise for him. Tony Freeman in fifth place. Oh.
I almost fainted when he got fifth place because Tony looked actually better tonight. He was super full tonight. My heart dropped when he got fifth place because I thought, where are the results going from here? Because I thought he pushed for... I just thought it was a bad decision that he got where he ended up. He was extremely impressive. He had a fabulous routine if it counts for anything.
This is a good Tony Freeman, not a bad Tony Freeman.
This is a really round night show Tony Freeman, still in good condition. And, I'm just shocked that he ended up where he ended up.
Let's be honest. A bad Tony Freeman, in my opinion, beats most of these guys. He comes in third, at
the end of the day, that's, bodybuilding. It's subjective. Yeah. And that's why when they come down to the top five, and you're rooting for someone, your heart starts to thump because, some people see the show one way and others see it another way. Yeah. And that's why I always ask, I say, Aaron, what do you think? And I ask around, not necessarily sometimes to confirm my biases or not to confirm them, but also to get a different eye, and the judges saw it different.
So we were impressed with fourth place finisher Robert Petrakowicz. We just weren't fourth place impressed with him, right? So, he was good. He was hard, grainy from the back, actually freaky from the back. He just is not somebody that beats Tony Freeman, right?
Right-ish. Tonight, Robert P., because I can't say his last name,
P, I think that's
was one of the hardest, densest bodybuilders I've seen in a long time at a night show. I don't know if it's going to show up on video or in pictures, but he was, when people say, oh, so-and-so was peeled, he was peeled.
Yeah, he was peeled.
Inside, out.
He was as good as he could be.
He's better than he could be. I wouldn't fight with the decision. It just, he really impressed me. I don't know if I'd have him ahead of Tony. I didn't really see him side next to each other at night. And prejudging, I had Tony beating him.
Yeah, I don't think it was even close between him and Tony because, like you said, he was as good as he can be or better than he could be. But Tony Freeman is still the X-Man, and Robert Petrakowicz is just still carrying a 40-inch waist on stage. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. First and second. But Freeman has an aesthetic type physique, and the guys who got 1 and 2 have aesthetic type physique. So, in this case, he's like the odd man out in the placings. He's got to be I think it may be the interview of the year. If we can get him within the next 45 minutes.
He's going to be so pissed. Then we got Ruli Winkler in third place. And this was the guy I thought he was going to get third or fourth. And even if he got fourth, I was going to say this was a gift. And Tony in third, I thought it would be really a big gift for fourth. For him to beat Tony Freeman and come in third, I just, I guess the judges, European judges, see something different than we see.
When it came down to, there were 3 left, and for people who didn't see the show, they didn't have the top 6 out on stage. Right. And I was thinking, okay, wait a minute, there's Roden left, and there's Wolf left, and I literally could not remember who else was left. That's because I was not impressed with...
You made no impression.
That's right. He left. He made no impression, and I don't think it's a one-day show. I don't think he was any better tonight than he was this morning. I just he's Santa Claus came and delivered his present early.
Okay, second place, we this is where we, at the very end here, at the top, we start agreeing, right? Dennis Wolf, as we predicted at prejudging, a fuller, bigger, and some might say better Dennis Wolf than the Olympia, places second to a dominant Sean Roden.
Yeah, Wolf was even better tonight. Yeah. He was fuller, which gave his, physique more a snap, I guess, to it. And, I had him second place.
I had him second place, too. I think Sean Roden is going to sweep through this European tour, come away with 5 wins on the year, which is, I don't know, I can't remember when the last guy won that many shows in one season. Can you think of a guy back in the day when they had a lot of Grand Prix?
I can't remember a guy who's,
5 wins?
Still got 2 wins.
Let's just say, yeah.
Anything can happen. Yeah. And you know what? Going back to Tony Freeman, anything can happen. Meaning, it's crazy how close he is yet to be delegated to 5th place. But getting back to Roden, this is the European Operation Demolition Tour or something. And 1 down and hopefully 3 to go.
All right, let's talk. I know this isn't your stuff, but we're going to the women. We're going to go to the women. You watch it. Okay, well, you can comment. We're going to talk about fitness first. Fitness was the big upset. For fitness, as far as fitness goes, it's like this is like Ronnie Coleman losing to Gunter in the GNC Show of Strength. Adela Garcia loses after a streak of. She won all the Olympias. I don't know what other shows she's won before that, but a streak of God knows how many shows. Loses to Oksana Grishina, who a lot of people have been saying, and myself included, that she's the heir apparent. And we saw a switch here tonight.
Oksana Grishina had a routine that woke up the crowd and woke up people who are, I'm not a fan of the sport, but it wakes when it can get my attention. Like, wow, that's a killer routine. She's in the hunt for first place. So, I thought it was could go either way.
Yeah, Oksana. I think the big difference was her physique this time. She came in tighter and harder, and that's what the European judges like, tighter and harder. That is the big story for fitness. In 3rd place, we have Diana Monteiro, Maradona's wife, you told me.
Yeah, it's Fernando Maradona.
Maradona's wife.
Who's an excellent 212 bodybuilder, his wife. And she has, talk about somebody who's revamped her physique.
Is she a bodybuilder?
I think at one time she was a bodybuilder, but she had here, crazy V-taper, and she was hard and muscular without looking too muscular and too hard.
Not for United States fitness. She's not way anywhere. Hard, right? No, she's nowhere near. And her routine was kind of lackluster. So this is one of those things where it's like I have no idea where this came from, because her routine was okay. Middle of the pack. Her physique, obviously, I guess they gave her first in Europe.
I think by virtue of where they put her in prejudging and the night show, the placings where they put her in the center. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they did have her first.
Yeah, unbelievable. When you guys at home see, she is absolutely nothing like what we have. And I think the girls, like Tina Durkin in 6th place, a top Olympia competitor, she sees this. I'm sure she looked like she was just shell-shocked. A lot of girls were shell-shocked by this. Probably nobody more so than 2nd place, Adela Garcia. Not even used to saying 2nd place with Adela Garcia. And we'll move on to figure. In figure, we had, no surprise, Erin Stern winning this thing. That wasn't a surprise. No. She was far and above everybody else.
I thought so too. I absolutely thought so. Just she was in shape, and she's got the shape, the right structure, and I didn't see the judges' scorecards, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was all first or close to all first.
Next, we have Katie Allender, who I've never heard of before at all. Never heard of before. And this is another case of where she would not be in an American Pro Show. I'm pretty sure that I can say that she would not be in the top 3 of any American Figure Pro Show of the year.
Why? You follow it closely, and I consider you an expert in bodybuilding too, but especially this you follow closely. Why would you not?
Okay.
Why in the States would she place differently?
There are a few reasons. I guess one thing is, in the States in figure, the main thing that the judges look for is a small waist, wide shoulders. That's the key. It's like Erin Stern, Candace Keenan, when they do their front relax pose, their waist is tiny and their shoulders are wide. They got a V-taper in the back. Good legs. Her legs are overpoweringly large, her quads. Sure. Her waist is a little thick, especially from the sides. Her front relax pose is a little thick. Her look, her facial look, everything is not on par for what they're going for in the States. So this is amazing for her. 2nd place, this is probably, hate to say it, but I don't think she's going to get another 2nd place anywhere. So this is like the Olympia win for her, in my opinion.
Well, it's she'll come back to this show then next year.
Yeah, she better. And then in third place, Ava Cowan, who moves back up the ladder.
I thought she looked.
I had her in second place.
I thought she looked smoking. I mean, anyone in the audience who's sitting there and wants to follow this sport and wants to participate in this sport, I thought she was beautiful. She has unbelievable stage presence. I think she has the best stage presence out of everyone in the show. Just when she comes out, she commands, the stage, and she has a lot of, I hate this word, poise. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is what it is. She really knows how to work the stage, and she has a great physique, tiny waist, nice shoulders, way better shape than she's been in a while, I thought.
I agree with that. In fourth place, we have Natalie Rendova in fourth place. A girl that I've never seen before, another girl that definitely did not deserve fourth place. Definitely not. Definitely not. And then Candice Keene in fifth place. That's the biggest upset. Candice Keene, number 2 in the Olympia, fifth place here at the Arnold Europe. She was very soft. She did not deserve to be win here, second place here. I would have put her behind Ava Cowan.
Me too.
In last place, they're rushing us off, so we got to go. Larissa Rice in sixth place. This is a great opportunity for her to come in hard, and she misses it totally.
She was a crowd favorite. How's that? I mean, that's because she's beautiful. She's got the structure, and if she was in shape, which she's been at times, she's been in unbelievable shape. She probably would have won.
All right, that's it here from Madrid, Spain, at the Arnold Classic Europe with Chris Aceto, Aaron Singerman, RxMuscle.com.